So I think that the time is ripe now for us to say, look, there are extraordinary cases and exceptional cases where medical negligence would have occurred. It is high time that they come to the fore and come to the surface. And poverty must not be a bar to access justice. And the system as a whole must come under the public microscope so that it can be examined and re-examined to determine where there are kinks and inefficiencies that can result in a better level of healthcare for all concerned. Medical negligence is an area that is a sore point in our societies, and it is a blind spot in our democracy. There's no transparency and accountability. And I've been getting calls now to, expand the practice and to go elsewhere now to try and assist, families in other jurisdictions. And, I'm happy to do that. It's almost akin to a human rights project, as the case may be. But we have to take the bull by the horns and say, look, let us have some introspective analysis of ourselves. Nobody sues doctors, and it can't be because we have perfect doctors. It's simply a matter of, having the right kind of legal experience and expertise, and of course, getting doctors who can testify from not the Caribbean, but from outside, as we have been doing in these cases. So I'm prepared to step up to the plate. This is a mission that is a mission for the right cause, for justice in the interest of the public. And I think the time is right now, while these shocks and reverberations are being felt throughout the Caribbean, to try and tap into that raw anger and hurt that the population is feeling, to examine the system and take a holistic review of the question of the public healthcare system on the whole, to see where there are systematic deficiencies, where the negligence and maladministration and inefficiencies are, so we can try and improve it to the betterment of the people. When I was growing up, your parents dreamt of only two professions. Everybody wanted their son to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Yes.
and those two have become sacred cows because of that culture, that cultural approach, which is rooted in perhaps the colonial era. But the fact of the matter is, those are still two of the top professions, and we must not allow them to become sacred cows that are untouchable. The fact of the matter is that they're professions that are meant to serve the interests of the poor and the public at large. So I think that the time is ripe now for us to say, look, there are extraordinary cases and exceptional cases where medical negligence would have occurred. It is high time that they come to the fore and come to the surface. And poverty must not be a bar to access justice. And the system as a whole must come under the public microscope so that it can be examined and re-examined to determine where there are kinks and inefficiencies that can result in a better level of healthcare for all concerned. We're in the era of CARICOM integration, and it's moving swiftly ahead, perhaps not as fast as some people would like, but the point is, to the extent that the legal profession shares one common system of legal education, I am happy to respond to the calls for assistance from my colleagues at the bars in other jurisdictions. And, we are happy to assist in any way we can to bring justice and alleviate the plight of those who have suffered as victims of medical negligence. As I said, we have a network established in the UK and the United States of America with doctors who are prepared to testify. And that brings a certain level of objectivity and independence to the process. It also benefits the government and the healthcare system because it will tell them what first world countries are doing and how far the gap is in terms of healthcare, in terms of what we should be aspiring to and what should be our goal. So that even the government and the public healthcare system, they need to understand that medical negligence cases, it also benefits the system by allowing them not just to adopt a defensive role where you defend at any cost, but one that allows you to take some detached moments to reflect and take a panoramic overview and review the system for the betterment of all concerned.